beautiful people.
Hope you had a good one, peeps. Good Christmas and that, you know what I'm saying.
It is the 1st of January and we are funky fresh. That's a lie, I'm not well. And he's got the window wide open because it's not like we live in England in the winter.
Oh, you know.
You know.
You know.
Today's video is all about our top 12 things to take away with you to make your life a lot easier. Now, they're not in any particular order, so don't think that this is 1's the best, 12's the worst. It's just, this is how we wrote them down, okay? Number 1. Let's get right to it.
What is number 1? Duct tape. Duct tape. So basically, when you go anywhere in Asia, you might or might not have a mosquito net. Gaffer tape will get you out of trouble. You can stick the mosquito net to anywhere in the room. Bop, 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 bop. Bop, 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 bop. And you can stick it anywhere. So you will always be able to use it. Simple. Easy. And if you've got a microphone that's got 5, 6, 7, 8 snaps in it, like we did,
because it belongs to us,
then it will get you out of trouble again. Handy stuff. Must take.
Also, little things like your light bulb. If you're on a bus or something, or in a room where your light doesn't turn off in a dorm or something, you know, those kind of problematic times. Not that we stayed in a dorm, but we've heard the stories. Little sock, bit of tape, lights out. Disclaimer, if it starts a fire, I'm not taking responsibility. Number 2 is a mosquito net and DEET. Now, if you're a bit like me, and you're a tasty person, and the mosquitoes love a bit of you, then these things will come in handy. So it ties in with number 1. Mosquito net, like I said, you know, they're not always in every single room, but we took ours everywhere with us. I'm actually allergic to mosquitoes. So
she's not allergic, she's a hypochondriac who just says that she's dying at any given moment, so you know.
That's not true. Genuinely am. I have an EpiPen and allergy tablets to prove it. So genuinely am. Obviously, you know, if my life is left in this guy's hands, it was nice knowing you, because, you know, you're not gonna
mate,
do
you had EpiPens, I've never even seen you use them.
So I don't think you needed them.
I
don't think if I have to go to the hospital and use an EpiPen, then I'm pretty much on death's door.
She lied.
So DEET is something that can be irritating to your skin. You can get it from pharmacies, you can get it online, you can get it from pretty much anywhere except the Philippines, which we found out a little bit too late. When we were in the Philippines, we ran out of DEET. Panic mode set in because obviously I need it, and we couldn't get DEET anywhere. Luckily, we knew a couple of people who were coming over, so we got some sent to their house from Amazon and they brought it over for us. But generally in the Philippines, you cannot absolutely anywhere buy mosquito spray or repellent with DEET in it. You can, however, buy mosquito repellent, but it will not have DEET in it. So I buy 50% plus because it's the strongest, and I absolutely categorically do not get bitten when I have that stuff on.
Yeah. Number 3, packing cubes. These will save you half of your bag full of space. Fact. When you first got them, I was like, what the hell are they? I was like, getting me these for? You're getting me these bags for? What are these going to do? Just throw the clothes in the bag, it'll be alright, and all that. Nah, it don't fit.
You can't take as much if you don't have the cubes. So girls, get yourself some cubes.
These are wicked. I don't think I'd go away again without these. That's how good they are.
They're really cheap as well. Last year I got ours from eBay. They got sent over from China, so it took about 3 weeks to send, but they cost about £4 for 5. And they done us our whole trip, didn't they? So got us some new ones. Number 4 might seem like something that's a little bit silly and unnecessary. However, these things is our copies of our driving, no, not our driving license.
Driving license. That's a funny looking driving license. Oh,
right. Pile. This is a photocopy of our passport. Also, some spare photos. Reason being, number 1, when you cross a border by land, you need photos for your visa. Now, you can get your photos taken at the border, but it does cost you a stupid amount of money for one photo, when you can get a couple of them done just for ease. Take them with you. Bam. Also, when it comes to these, please excuse my patchy nail varnish. When it comes to these, It's not compulsory to take, but we got our passports photocopied in colour so that when we go and hire a bike, they want ID so that they can prove it's you. You can offer them a photocopy of your passport rather than leaving your only way out of the country with a stranger. Also, it stops you from getting things like, oh, that scratch was already on the bike. No, it wasn't. You done it while it was in your possession. Give us £500. It stops those kind of things from happening because they don't have anything on you. They don't have your passport. And unfortunately, these little scams do happen when you're out in these countries.
Number 5 on the list is a backpack with wheels. Now, I suffered badly. I got abused by these bags. They broke me. My shoulders, my neck was all bruised. Every travel day was just hard work. So if you don't want to kill yourself every time you move, which is going to be a lot, get a bag with wheels. Saves so much hassle. And they always come with straps as well, so if you can't wheel it anywhere, you can just throw it on your back like a normal bag anyway. Win-win.
Win-win. Also, I have issues with my back, so there was one point where this guy became my little camel, and he carried his big bag on his back, my big bag on his front, and put those puny things away. And then on 2-day bags on each arm, and it was horrible to see because they were really heavy, especially when you're carrying the gear that we've got with us, our clothes, our camera stuff, our drone. And he carried it all himself because I was just in and you trying to show them what way the beach is?
Yeah. Beach is that away.
So, a bag with wheels, people say is unnecessary. You go around Asia, it's just beaches. When are you going to wheel it? Trust us, Asia is not made of beaches, okay? There are very nice beaches there. Plenty of the time, you can wheel your case.
You can wheel your case to find the beaches.
Wheel a case to the beaches. Number 6 is these magnificent inventions known as the eye mask and the earplug. Now, my mum doesn't do things by halves. So she was like, babes, I'll get you some earplugs. And I don't know how many ears she thought we had between us, but she never got us 1 or 2 pairs. She got us a lot. And these come in handy when you're surrounded by people who find it absolutely impossible to eat with the mouth closed, not to snore, who breathe so loud that you want to just punch them in the throat. Generally, you know those slurpers, chompers, you know what I'm talking about.
Nothing to do with me. Doesn't sound remotely like anything I would do, to be honest.
He's lucky he's still alive, to be honest. These things saved his life. Thanks, Mum. You should thank my mum.
Number 7 on the list, a battery pack. It looks a bit like lipstick. The one that I was going to show you is like buried under the box over there somewhere, so I thought, let me grab this one. But this thing is unreal. Charges your camera batteries, your phone, GoPros, charges everything. Anything with a USB. Oh yeah, it won't charge a laptop, but this is life. If you can get, what one did we have before? We had a solar powered one, that's right. So you just go to wherever you're going, leave it out. If you're on the beach, leave it out on the beach, it charges. Lifesaver. Thing is unreal. Comes with a little light on it as well, some of them. You want to get a 20,000 hertz, is it? Amp? 20,000 amps plus. That will last you like 2-3 days. Good stuff. Must get one of them.
Number 8 is an extension lead. Now, I'm pretty certain you can get these in any country, I would imagine. But an extension lead is just the long set of plugs with one wire that goes into the wall. And I can't tell you how much easier this made our life, because obviously we like to lose things and we lost our plug conversions all the time. You can get them from 7-Eleven and like the local convenience shops, but why buy and take loads with you when you can have one conversion plug and one extension lead, and you can plug all of your British plugs into your extension lead and just use the conversion for the extension lead. And obviously when you've got the gear that we've got, cameras, laptops, phones, drones, whatever else, yeah, our battery banks, everything else to charge, one plug is never enough. And when you're in a hostel, they are stingy with the power, so you do only get literally 1, maybe 2 plugs if you're lucky. So it's just easier to have an extension lead and give yourself the opportunity to get everything fully charged, especially when you know you're going to go to an island tomorrow that only has power for 2 hours a day and you're never going to get everything charged in that time. So just give yourself a little head start and get yourself an extension lead.
Number 9 on the list is a washing line and pegs. We basically took over our hostel's entire
washing area.
The whole thing was just our clothes everywhere. It was 2 full bags worth of clothes. We had it everywhere. Get a washing line. They are probably one of the most underrated things you probably need. Because you ain't gonna dry your clothes, bruv. Gonna have wet clothes, innit, bruv?
Also, when you're in hostels, you get little bottles of shower gel and shampoo and stuff. So if you're not in an area where there is a laundrette close, or you haven't got time, or it's closed, or you know, sometimes they can be a bit pricey in the more touristy spaces, areas, they do charge you a bit extra for it. So it saves a little bit of time, a little bit of money if you can just use the shower gel that you get in your hostel and just give what you need a quick rinse through so that it's at least a bit fresher, because trust me, you'll stink like a foot when you're in Asia. Okay, there's no getting around it. You look like a boy, you smell like a foot. Number 10, probably one of the best things that we bought the whole time that we were away. Before we went away, I got myself some funky looking footwear called hot tuners. They were the biggest eyesore that I've ever laid eyes on in my life. They were the ugliest things in the world. Now, I know these aren't much better, these cute little things that we got, but water shoes are an absolute must-have, because there are plenty of things that you can stand on, and further to that, the weather is that humid when you're out there. Any shoes made of material, they're just not going to dry. So the last thing that you want when you've got a big travel day ahead of you tomorrow is a pair of heavy, wet trainers that haven't dried, and you've got luggage that you haven't allowed space for. You haven't got them extra couple of kilos in your luggage allowance to put your wet shoes in that are going to leak all over your bag and make everything else smell like a foot inside. Get yourself some rubber shoes. I got mine from Chiang Mai in a little market in the middle of nowhere, and they cost about £4.
Yeah, it was cheap. They are pretty cheap. You get them in most places.
They are ugly, I know, but they are coming away with me again, so don't judge me.
There is rocks everywhere in them waterfalls. Like, if you jump in the wrong bit, you are going to be standing on all sorts of stuff in there.
Yeah.
Sea urchins are everywhere in Asia as well. So you don't want to be standing on one of them or standing on sharp rocks. Get some of these shoes.
Yeah.
Number 11, international driving license. Now, Thailand, we was okay. We've heard of people having problems in Thailand as well, driving bikes. Laos, we was okay.
Phuket. No, we needed it in Phuket.
Phuket, actually, tell her that.
Yeah.
Phuket, I forgot about that. They're on it. They are on it. If you ain't got one of these, you will be getting fined in Phuket.
Yeah.
Everywhere else seemed okay. Phuket is another level. Cambodia, we got stopped all the time. I wasn't driving much in Cambodia because I didn't have one of these, but Cody did, and when the guy stopped her, she was like, boom, in your face.
Honestly, the picture, that guy was like, oh, made me money here, let's grab. There was like a family of Cambodians doing some trapeze act with like a family of 19 on one little tiny bike in front of us, and they never got stopped, and us too, with our faces, they were like, let's stop them and get some money off them, shall we? And he was like, do you have a driving license? And I was like, yes sir, I have. What are you saying? He was very disappointed, but sent us on our merry way. But he stopped us every day, didn't he? I think he was hoping that one day I might forget it or something so he could charge us, but I never did. It's always in my bag. And the bonus of it is, you take it to your local post office. It has to be the main post office, not a branch. And it costs £5 All you need to do is take one of your photos that we told you to get, and £5, and they'll get you to fill a form in, and then they'll give it to you there and then and stamp it with the date on it that you want it to be valid from, and it lasts for 1 year exactly. So to be honest, probably one of the best £5 that we've spent as well.
One of the most important.
Yeah, definitely one of the most important, because it saved us a fortune of fines. So go and grab yourself one. Number 12, last but not least, is this marvellous invention. For a whole month I was like, can we buy a beach mat? Can we get a beach mat? Excuse me, Can we get a beach mat?
I heard this every day.
For how long?
Beach mat, beach mat, beach mat. Me in my ear every day. I was like, mate, don't need a beach mat. Shock, we needed the flipping beach mat, didn't we?
Did. This beach mat cost £3.25 English pounds, and it was a bargain and a lifesaver because we actually took, which probably should be on this list as well, microfiber towels, because they weigh nothing, they take up no space and they dry instantly. So we're just gonna throw that in there. But our microfiber towels are tiny, and you know, how am I supposed to sit on a microfiber towel and dry myself after I come off the sea and not get sand on me? I don't like getting sand on me. I know it's a stupid thing to say, but I don't, especially when I'm wet. So if all your lovely faces was wondering when you're going to see our lovely faces again in the hot sun where we belong, not ill with the cold because it's freezing here, then we would like you to know that the day that we are leaving the UK is
14th
of January.
Gosh.
We have 14 days left in this cold country, and we're not organised one bit. Not one bit. We packed our cubes, especially to show you about cubes. Other than that, we have no big backpack. We only just took the drone out to test fly it today. We haven't got our international driving licenses yet. We haven't got...
This is what we do though, don't we?
We are last minute Larrys.
So it's going to be a last minute run now. Yeah. But we are going to go back to the Philippines.
Philippines is our first stop. So we will see you guys there in 2 weeks' time, and we will be there for 2 months. So we did say a little while ago, didn't we, that next time we go to the Philippines, we're going to ask you, where do you recommend? What do you want to see? Where do you want us to go? Because we've been to the main places. We've been to Coron, we've been to El Nido, been to Siquijor, been to Bohol, been to Cebu. We want to know, as our viewers, what do you want to see from us in the Philippines? So if you have any recommendations of sandbars, which is something that we love.
We love a sandbar.
We love a sandbar. Quiet, off the track places that people will want to see, because we know that a lot of Filipinos do watch our videos. And we've had a lot of recommendations on Facebook and stuff like that. So follow our Instagram, send us a private message on Instagram, send us a message on Facebook. We'll link them all below and we'll put them on the screen now so you can see what they are. And just get in touch with us, even if it's a comment below, and let us know where you think that we should go in the Philippines. And then from there we'll let you know where we're going, because we're not sure yet, are we?
The only certainty is that we're starting off in Siargao.
Yes.
We'll probably be there for, well, until we've done everything, basically. We're not pushed for time, so if you have anywhere around Siargao or back on Surigao mainland, we've got a few little suggestions, but we're trying to find places that ain't really well known. So we've found a couple of things, but if you guys have any more, obviously locals have more knowledge than we do. So if you guys know something that we don't know about, shout us and we will go there and we will vlog it for you. We'll try anyway. If it's doable, we will do it. Yeah.
We'll do our best. So that is our very, very exciting news for this video. We hope that obviously this has helped you guys pack. We should probably apply these tips to ourselves, and
yeah, we should maybe follow our own advice a bit more.
We're excited to go back to the Philippines. We kind of feel like Philippines is our home away from home. We fell in love in it and it stole a bit of our heart, and I think that no matter what, we'll always go back to the Philippines, because to be fair, there's not like there isn't enough islands for us to see anyway, but just the people, the love in the country, how happy everyone is, you know, we really miss it. So we decided to make that our first stop this time, and we will be there for around 2 months. We'll be there till around about mid-March, and then we don't know where we're going after that. But like I said, any hints, tips, ideas, suggestions,
shout us up,
let us know.
Put it in the comments, give us some suggestions so we can try and build a route around it, and then we'll go from there. Yeah, so thank you very much for watching. We hope that this was helpful and useful. We are sorry that it took a little bit of time to get it up and running, but we've been trying to sort our life out as usual. That's all we ever do. But we will see you again very, very soon, because the countdown is now on. Adios. See you later.